Imagine a world without spaghetti twirled around a fork. No lasagna layered with rich sauce and cheese. No ravioli filled with herbs and dreams. It's hard to picture, isn't it? Pasta, the beloved staple of Italian cuisine, has traveled a long and winding road through history to become what it is today, a food of infinite variety and universal comfort. But where did it come from? How did it become synonymous with Italy? And who really invented pasta? Today, we're diving deep into the steaming pot of history, myth, and culture to uncover the true story of pasta, from ancient noodles to global icon. Let's start thousands of years ago. Contrary to popular belief, pasta didn't originate in Italy, not at first. The earliest evidence of something resembling noodles comes from China. In 2005, archaeologists discovered a 4,000-year-old bowl of preserved noodles at the Lajia archaeological site in northwestern China. These long, thin strands were made from two types of millet and provide the oldest physical evidence of noodle making in human history. But here's the twist. While China had noodles, what we know as pasta specifically made with durum wheat has different roots. The ancient Greeks and Romans ate a dish called laganon, sheets of dough cut into strips. Sound familiar? It's the ancestor of modern lasagna. So pasta's origins aren't a straight line, they're more like a tangled web, just like the spaghetti on your plate. Now fast forward to around the 9th century AD. Arab traders played a massive role in spreading culinary ideas across the Mediterranean. In Sicily, under Arab rule, a dish called itria dry, thin strands of semolina dough, was introduced. This was crucial because dried pasta could be stored for long voyages. It changed everything. Dry pasta wasn't just convenient, it was revolutionary. It could be transported, preserved, and cooked almost anywhere. Suddenly, pasta was more than a fresh dough. It was a food for explorers, soldiers, and merchants. From Sicily, pasta made its way up the Italian peninsula. Over centuries, regions adapted the recipes to their local grains and climates. Durum wheat, ideal for pasta, thrived in the Mediterranean. And so, pasta began to flourish in Italy, not as a borrowed idea, but as something uniquely transformed. You've probably heard the story that Marco Polo brought pasta back to Italy from China in the 13th century. It's a great tale, but it's just that, a tale. By the time Marco Polo returned from Asia in 1295, pasta was already a part of Italian cuisine. There are records of dried pasta production in Palermo a century earlier. The myth likely emerged in the 20th century, fueled by books and marketing that wanted to romanticize pasta's origins. So while Marco Polo brought back many wonders from his travels, pasta wasn't one of them. During the Renaissance, pasta gained popularity across Italian society. Wealthy nobles enjoyed fresh egg pasta, silky and rich. The poor ate dried pasta, simple but satisfying. By the 1600s, Naples became a pasta hub. Why Naples? Two reasons: durum wheat and drying conditions. The hot, dry climate was perfect for drying long strands of pasta in the open air. People hung spaghetti from balconies, creating a cityscape of noodles. And then came a mechanical revolution. In the 1700s, pasta extruders' primitive machines to shape dough were introduced. Suddenly, pasta could be pressed into new shapes. Pen, macaroni, fusilli. Italy began to explode with regional varieties. Pasta wasn't just food, it was art. Here's where the story gets even more delicious. Pasta without tomato sauce? It was reality until the 18th century. Tomatoes, native to the Americas, didn't arrive in Europe until the 1500s. At first, they were considered ornamental and even poisonous. But in Naples, people began experimenting. By the late 1700s, tomato sauce was being paired with pasta, and it was a match made in culinary heaven. This simple combo, spaghetti with tomato sauce, became iconic. It marked the birth of the modern pasta dish. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, millions of Italians emigrated to the Americas, and they brought pasta with them. In the United States, pasta exploded in popularity, especially among Italian communities in New York, Chicago, and beyond. It evolved spaghetti with meatballs, baked ziti, and the famous mac and cheese took root. Factories like Barilla began mass-producing dried pasta. What was once handmade became industrial. Pasta became affordable, accessible, and beloved. Meanwhile, chefs around the world began putting their own spin on it, from Japanese wafu pasta to Moroccan couscous-inspired shapes. Today, there are over 600 known shapes of pasta, each with its own purpose, its own sauce mate, and its own regional story. There's a pasta for every occasion, every culture, and every craving. Pasta has become a blank canvas for creativity. It can be rustic or refined, traditional or modern. Gluten-free, whole grain, stuffed, inked with squid pasta keeps evolving. And yet, its heart stays the same. Flour, water, sometimes egg, and endless possibility. So next time you twirl that fork, think of the journey. From ancient Chinese noodles to Arab traders, from Neapolitan rooftops to the tables of the world, pasta tells a story of connection. A story of trade, migration, invention, and love. Pasta is more than a dish, it's a history lesson. One you can eat. Grazie for joining me on this delicious journey. Until next time, keep your water salted, your sauce simmering, and your heart full.